So for a ballerina snood or bun cover, first we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then on the first chain or second from the hook, we're going to single crochet 5 more. So this would count as 1, and now we're going to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that was the first 2 chains would have been 1, and then 5 more is a total of 6. And then we slip stitch into the first chain right there, and we have our little beginning one. Then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then we're going to make a cluster. So it's going to be a 2 double crochet cluster. We're going to insert, pull out, pull through 2, and then insert, pull out, pull through 2. So we have 1, 2, 3, and then pull through all of them and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then the next one will be a 3 double crochet cluster. So we're going to do yarn over, insert, pull out, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, pull out, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, pull out, pull through 2, so that we have 1, 2, 3, and all together chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now keep doing that till we have a total of 6 petals. So yarn over, insert, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, pull through 2, yarn over, insert, pull through 2, pull through all of them. 1, 2, 3. And I have 3 petals. Yarn over, insert, pull through 2, over, insert, 2, yarn over, insert, through, see, 4, and pull through all of them, chain 3. Okay, so now we have 6 petals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the chain 3, and we're going to join at the top right there. So okay, so I have the first 6 petals which are the 3 double crochet clusters and the chain 3 in between. Now I'm at the beginning stitch, so I'm going to slip stitch into the middle of the chain 3. So slip stitch 1 and there, and now I'm in the middle of the chain 3. Now I'm going to chain 6, and then I'm going to join with a single crochet right here in this little gap. So that's like the first stitch of the cluster right in there, that one. And then I'm going to chain 5 and single crochet into the middle, into the space here between the chain 3, and then I'm going to chain 5 and join in this space again, that little space right there in the cluster, until I come back to the one before the last. Okay, so chain from here, chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, chain 6. Now single crochet into this first stitch of the cluster. Single crochet in there, and then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then single crochet inside the chain 3 space right there. Right there. So I have a chain 6 and then chain 5. And then chain 5 again into that first stitch of the cluster, and chain 5 into the chain 3 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain 5. And then it goes into that space, see right there, in my cluster. Right there, single crochet in there, and then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then single crochet inside the chain 3 space right there. And keep going all around until we get to this last chain 3 space. Okay, so I'm in the last chain 3 space. I'm going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Chain 5, and then into that last space and in the final cluster, single crochet in there. Oops, sorry. Single crochet in there, and that gives me 11 petals. Okay, and so for the 12th petal, because we want to end in the center of our last petal, we're going to chain 2 and then double crochet into the first chain of the chain 6. So chain 2, 1, 2, chain 2, and then double crochet into the first chain right there. Remember, these were 6 and these are all 5. So if I double crochet into this first chain, if I double crochet into the first chain, that will leave 5 chains, a 5 chain space, just like all the others. Okay, so chain 2, double crochet into the first chain, that stitch. And this leaves me with the petal number 12, and I'm right in the middle of it. See, right there. So it would be 1, 2, and then the double crochet counts as 3, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to chain 6 and single crochet, and then chain 5, single crochet, chain 5, single crochet, all the way around until I'm back to this final one, and then I'm going to chain 2 and double crochet into the first chain of this petal, and that'll put me in the middle of the next petal, you know, for the next row. And I'll keep doing that until I have a total of 5 chain petals. So this would be counting as, this is 1, the cluster petals, and then 2, and then my next row will be 3, and then 4, and 5, and 6. And when I'm on the 6, I'm going to change the last, the way we end the petal, so that we can join with the elastic. Okay, so that's where I'll stop. I'll keep going until we have a total of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one counts as 1, this one counts as 2, until we get to 6. Okay, so I'm on the 5th one right now. So this would be, the petals are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm on this last one, right? So I'm going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then double crochet into the first chain of my chain 6, and that puts me in the middle. And now I'm going to begin the 6th row of petals. And so I'm going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to go into the next chain 5, and then I'll keep going all around. Chain 5 all around. Okay, I'm on the final ones for the round 6 petals So chain 5, 1, 2, 4, 5, chain 5 into the next chain 5, single crochet, and then chain 5. Sorry about the dogs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're my mom's babies and I'm babysitting. Single crochet. And then on my final one, see, before we started with the chain 6, and then we did the chain at the end, we did chain 2 and then double crochet to join, and so it would leave us in the middle. So because this is the last row where we'll be doing this, and then we start the final one where we're going to put in the elastic, I don't need to end in the middle of the petal. So I began with the chain 5. Having done that, this last one will be the chain 5 instead of chain 2 and double crochet. It'll be chain 5, and then I'm going to slip stitch into the first, joining here at the beginning, not on the first chain, but in the stitch, the actual first stitch of that row, right in there, not up here. So 5 chains, 1, oops, lost it, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so I'm going to slip stitch in there, and that puts me, that basically that closes the circle. Okay, so we have all these petals. Okay, so that'll close the full circle. Right now we're going to do the final row, which is where we're joining with the elastic. You can use elastic, I used elastic, or you can use a ponytail holder if you find the thin ones and pink ones, because I only find black ones where I'm at, and so you want to get white ones or pink ones or clear ones even, as long as they're thin, not the thick kind, and or just, you could just buy like the elastic, it's an elastic thread, but it's thicker. I'll show you one right now, and that way you can use it, to hold your bun in and close it up. Okay, so I'm gonna go get that in black. This is a big and thick one. Well, this is teal colored, but the ones I find are black. Anyway, you want something thinner than this. Okay, see how thick it is? This is my G hook. See how thick it is? And so you want something thinner. You want something like this. Okay, but this is what you want. Okay, so I took 7 inches of the elastic, and I'm going to just loop it. Okay, and then put these in there. Go over. Here we go. So there we go. See? So it's tied up. So this should give us a 1-inch diameter loop. Okay, elastic loop. And then you can just, at the end, just tighten it up. And so at the end, you can just cut off those little ugly tails. Not too short, because then it can undo itself. So this is what you're going to do. So you're going to take this and hold it up against your bun cover. Oh man, okay, there we go. So I'm going to crochet, holding it up against this place here. So I'm right here. I'm going to slip stitch into the middle of this next one, and slip stitch, and it's 5 chains, so I'll slip stitch 3 times. 2, 3. Alright, so now I'm in the middle of this one. I'm going to go under, and then I'm going to go grab both. See, I'm going so, and then single crochet, so that way I've attached my elastic to the band cover. And then I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, And in the next 3 chain, I'm also going to go under the 5 chains and the elastic. I'm going to single crochet and then chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Chain 3. And then I'm going to go to my next chain 5. And I'm going to go around the chain 5 and the elastic and single crochet and then chain 3 again. And I'll keep doing that until I get to the beginning, and then I'll just slip stitch and cut it off and weave in the ends, and then you're done. Okay, so as you can see, it closes up as you work. It becomes like a little baggie. So I'm on the last one, chain 3, and then I'm going to single crochet into this last chain 5 where I already have my first one. I'm going to single crochet and then I'm going to slip stitch into that. So in the end you have the first single crochet where you started, and then the last one. That's just so I know where the end is. Okay, so I'm going to yarn over, pull through, cut this off there, pull it through, tighten it, and then you're just going to weave it in. So now you have like a little scrunchy area here, see, and it opens up for your bun, but it also keeps it tight enough so that it just hangs on to itself. See, so you have that really pretty, you have the really pretty flower bun cover or snood, and this will fit like young girls, like probably ages 5 through 12, you know. Then when they start having, you want to do, if you're going to use it for an older girl like 12 years and over, you want to use a bigger hook size. I used a G. This is Susan Bates G. So you want to use, it's a 4mm. So you want to use like say an I, and then it will give you a bigger bun. Everything will be bigger. And also you want to do probably 7 or 8 of the petal rows, and then end with number 9, you know, down here. And obviously stick to the 1.5 or 2 inch diameter for the elastic, or just, you know, buy your ponytail holders, and that's it. So there you go, a very pretty bun cover. And then also an option is, if you don't have the elastic or don't want to use one, you could also finish this last row, like do the chain 3s, single crochet, chain 3s, and then join, and then you can weave in a ribbon, like a satin ribbon or a pretty design ribbon. Weave it in, and then just, you know, leave the 2 long tails here, and then you can just tie it up in a bow. So you have your flower and then the bow cut down here when you're looking at the hair. Okay, so happy crocheting.